Watching movies and dying inside. Watching movies and dying inside.
Hi there, gang. Welcome back to Watching Movies and Dying Inside. Today we're going to be looking at 1988's Police Academy 5, Assignment Miami Beach, directed by Alan Myerson. 1989's Police Academy 6, City Under Siege, directed by Peter Bonerz. And 1994's Police Academy Mission to Moscow, directed by Alan Myerson. So, I'm doing these films as a triple feature because normally I would do them two at a time, but because there's only three left, I figured I might as well knock them off all at once. Police Academy 4 was the final appearance of Steve Guttenberg as Mahoney, as well as Bobcat Goldthwait as Zed, who was easily the highlight of any movie he was in there. As I mentioned when I started doing this, I had seen one of the Police Academy movies at a sleepover when I was a kid, and I'm pretty sure it's Police Academy 5, Assignment Miami Beach, because I remember two things from that film. One being that the bad guy, when he's stealing a jewel or a diamond or something, there's a close-up of a ring on his hand. And the other thing I remember is it's got to be Captain Harris has Dork written on his chest in sunscreen. And so he's walking along the beach with a burn, and people keep calling him Dork. But, you know, I'm looking forward to wrapping the series up. Even though I lost a few actors, most of the cast stayed on for the entire series, so that's kind of fun. So, I guess we're going to dive on in and hope for the best.
Watching movies and dying inside.
Congratulations. I'll miss you, class of 88.
That was pretty funny.
Get ready for Eric Lazar!
What just happened? How did everything go flying? Was he humming the Police Academy song? That's actually hilarious. I mean, him getting knocked out the window, nothing. But humming the theme song, that's actually hilarious.
Easy.
So far, there's been a lot of slapstick that really doesn't work. And I guess an attempt at manufacturing drama by having Harris try to force Commandant Lassard into mandatory retirement. This has got to be the part in the movie with the hand with the ring.
Come to Papa.
Beautiful, boss.
Okay, well, this was the movie I saw when I was a kid. I actually don't remember any of this movie, really, except for, like, that. Then I guess the scene with the dork written in sunscreen. It's funny the things that stick with you, especially when, consider, I don't remember any of this.
There is no VIP section, sir. It's a private plane.
Ah, a private plane.
And you and Mr. Proctor are the only listed passengers.
Ah, I see.
This is great. Our own airplane. Animals to play with.
This movie isn't as good as the last couple.
Hightower, check this out.
What you got there, House?
Excuse me, sir. Would you mind returning to your seat? We're about to serve the meal.
Oh, okay, you know, this movie needs more goofy jokes like that.
I got it. Come on. Give me the damn thing.
So, we're almost a half an hour into the movie, and it's a real step down. This might be the point where the series really went downhill. It's possible it might get a little better. There's been a few good laughs, but hoping it gets better. There's a lot of jokes, but they're all pretty terrible. So,
And here's your wallet, sir. Thank you, officer.
yeah.
Here we go. Come on. I'll buy one. Okay, here we go. Come on. All right. Hey, what's the matter? No arm? Okay.
So, what happened to Proctor? He just flew away with the frisbee? Apparently.
Desist and leave the swimming area now, mister.
Okay. That was a pretty funny joke. See, that's the thing. There's some jokes that are just terrible. Like the two, like, goons working for the bad guy. Their shtick. Like a lot of the just visual gags, like Proctor getting whisked away by the frisbee. That's not funny. But Tackleberry pulling a gun on a shark to scare it off. And it working. That's actually hilarious. Okay, and this is the second thing I remember from this film.
Hello, Dork.
Hey, what's happening, dork? Hey, dork.
Hey, Dork! Check this out!
Mr. Mayor, excuse me, sir. I don't mean to insult your city, but the people on this beach are very rude and hostile.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Captain Dork.
I got a little suntan today, too.
That's nice.
Maybe you'd like to come up to my room later and put a little lotion on it. No? Oh, look at these. What is your name, little girl? What the hell are you doing? Blowing in my ear?
No, sir, I
Scram!
but...
Okay. See, the psych egg, not funny. Proctor throwing a lit match and setting Harris's hat on fire, that's funny.
Come on, just get the camera.
Okay. Oh, you missed him again. Go around the wall.
With our next pick is
There's been a stretch of, like, jokes that are mostly terrible, so I'm hoping there's something really good.
Thanks.
Oh!
Hiya!
Oh!
Upsa daisy.
No!
Oops.
Okay,
Okay, I needed that really bad, and it wasn't even that Proctor fell on the cactus. It's the fact that there was a cactus just at the edge of the area where they were doing, like, training.
You gotta get that camera back now.
Hey, what do we need five guys to take a camera from one old man?
Was that the guy from Ant-Man Quantumania? Or I Think You Should Leave?
Hey, that is a great plan, boss.
Very good.
Okay, so here they come to save the day on fan boats. Yeah. You know what? I'm dying inside. I know this movie is almost over because there's a high-speed chase with fan boats. But yeah, I thought I could hold out because every, say, 8, 9 really bad jokes, there was one that got me and made me laugh pretty good. There hasn't been a solid laugh now for, I don't even know how long. So, did he kill that alligator? There are some really bad jokes in this movie. So that was Police Academy 5, Assignment Miami Beach. It was really hit or miss with the jokes. There were a few that I really enjoyed, and then there were some that were just really rough. You really feel the absence of Steve Guttenberg and Bobcat Goldthwait in this film. Made it this far, not going to stop yet. So let's move on to Police Academy 6, City Under Siege, and hope for the best. Really, really hope for the best.
Okay!
So I'm watching this a week after I saw Police Academy 5, but since then I edited that reaction, so it's still pretty fresh in my memory. Also, I'm pretty sure it probably doesn't matter at all. These films are all pretty self-contained. Hey, Garrett Graham. Garrett Graham is one of those, actors who is always really funny, but just never found kind of that breakthrough outlet, you know? He was on the animated series The Critic, he was in Phantom of the Paradise, Chud 2, a lot of stuff, and just really funny.
I have a sixth sense.
But, sir...
Would you let me finish? I have a sixth sense when it...
Yeah, that's Garrett Graham on the right there. So...
Watch this.
How does that fool anyone? Because he was on the other side of the room. I guess you're just supposed to go with it. I like the fact that they're taking the time to introduce, each of the main characters. Establishing who they are again.
Morning, son.
Though it is kind of weird that Hightower didn't get a little dedicated scene. Especially since Bubba Smith got top billing. So...
Commandant Lassard, I thought you said you had a 7-man team.
I do, Commissioner.
Morning.
Yeah, I guess I kind of wondered what happened to him. It seemed like they kind of replaced, I guess, Fackler with Sweet Chuck as kind of the hapless, accident-prone guy, but Sweet Chuck was, I guess, kind of more squeamish. Fackler's just like a klutz. I don't think he was ever this klutzy, though.
I told you.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I am pleased to say that my plan is proceeding perfectly.
What can I do? My hands are, the thing. Oh, with the ropes.
Tied.
Now, I'm very busy this afternoon, so if you don't mind, have a nice, thingy.
And you too, Your Honor.
That joke about the mayor forgetting common everyday words, It's not funny. I was kind of expecting them to show the water and the bucket hitting someone on the streets below. And it's funny enough on its own. Just knocking the bucket off.
Okay, you can do it! I'll never forget!
Right here, Proctor. When this trap is sprung.
Oh yeah, I never commented on it at the time, but Tackleberry had a son who seemed like he was maybe 7 or 8, but this is 3 years after Police Academy 3. No, wait, Police Academy 2. Tackleberry got married. This is 89, so the kid should be like 3 years old, so I guess that means this takes place maybe 4 years in the future, so this would be 1993? Or maybe I'm just overthinking it.
This is not what I want to hear, Captain Harris. I want to hear that these crooks have been, the thing, when you put the cuffs on them.
The mayor is the mastermind behind all this, right? Like, it can't be any of the, I want to call them the police academies, in lieu of an actual name for the group of officers. Guess I just could have said group of officers. But now I kind of like referring to everyone as the police academies. What was I even talking about?
Over here.
Have they ever said what city this is supposed to be? I don't think they have. I guess I assumed it was maybe Los Angeles. Yeah, I don't know, yeah, where this is supposed to be. I guess it really doesn't have any impact on the movie, but it is kind of odd.
You into heavy metal?
He's gonna be fine, but he should be dead. These movies are silly. What the hell are these guys doing? You know, I'm beginning to think maybe they shouldn't have made one of these every year for 6 years. You know, maybe if they had, like, done one every other year, you could have really focused on tightening everything up and really finding some strong stuff for the characters to do.
Hello, guys and gals.
Why was the mayor wearing a realistic, lifelike mask of the commissioner? Was it so he could go incognito? But why not make sure that the actual commissioner was indisposed so he could carry out the ruse?
You're all fired! And don't you touch my model ships! Not one of you! Don't you...
And why is the mayor acting so goofy now? So, that was Police Academy 6, City Under Siege. It started off kind of promisingly, but honestly, about an hour in, I was kind of running out of steam. The mystery was pretty obvious from the get-go. In a lot of ways, it kind of felt like it was just kind of going through the motions, like a Police Academy movie just for the sake of doing a Police Academy movie. I was that close to dying inside. like during the high-speed chase with the monster truck, which should have been interesting, but it wasn't. After this film came out, it was 5 years until the next one, Police Academy Mission to Moscow. So I'm interested to see how a 90s Police Academy movie compares to the others, which were all pretty solidly in that kind of 80s comedy category. So I guess we're gonna get to that, but that was Police Academy 6, City Under Siege.
The computer game phenomenon, distributed by alleged Russian mafia leader Konstantin Kanali, has taken the world by storm. Out of the
Is that a Game Boy? There isn't a game in that Game Boy. Hey, Ron Perlman. Oh yeah, Ron Perlman and Christopher Lee are in this. I knew that in advance. So that's kind of exciting. I assume they're both playing Russian characters, which, sure. They're pros, and they always bring the goods, never phone it in. So it's exciting to see them in a Police Academy movie.
Off the scoreboard, off the floor, off the wall, off the red head. Nothing but net. Alexander Nikolaevich. May I say it is an honor to have the great Commandant Lassard visiting our country.
Yes, you may.
May I kiss you again?
No, you may not.
May I escort you inside?
Yes, you may.
Yes, sir.
So that's Greg Berger as that guy. Does a lot of voiceover stuff. And then the female officer is Claire Forlani, who was in, I think she was in Mallrats and Meet Joe Black. Neither of them are Russian. So that's like 4 Russian characters, mostly played by Americans.
I have to get to next level. Yeah.
This is kind of silly, but it is fun seeing Christopher Lee use a Game Boy. So, Ron Perlman is a mob boss who's made a fortune from a video game that's being played by people worldwide. Now he's making a fortune, which he's going to use to take over Russia, I guess? Something like that.
You know, in America, funerals are in English.
I don't know. For some reason, the jokes are landing a little more in this film than the others. I'd always kind of thought maybe, you know, the once-a-year schedule, you know, hampered the ability to come up with solid gags and one-liners. You know, taking a 5-year break, you know, should level up a little bit.
Great subway. Terrific. I mean, New York is a house, but...
You know, I have heard good things about the Russian subways.
Never before have I seen such an apparition. Let's get out.
Now, most of the cast isn't getting a whole lot to do, but they're showing up pretty consistently with little bits here and there, which I guess is owed to the fact that the cast is pared down significantly. The only new character is Connors? Connors?
want to show you a picture of my baby.
Uh-huh.
This is the day I brought her home. Here she is at 10.
So this was the lowest grossing Police Academy movie because it was released internationally, but in North America, it was very limited to the point where I don't think I even knew that this was released theatrically. I guess I assumed it was like a direct-to-video thing, which, you know, for all intents and purposes, it was.
I am completely disgusted with you all.
The game that they're selling is literally called The Game, and it's a Game Boy sold in a box with the Game Boy font writing out The Game. I wonder how Nintendo felt about all that. I mean, that's assuming they even knew this movie existed.
To my new Russian family. Ваше здоровье.
The idea that Lassard got in the wrong car at the airport and has spent the entire movie with some random Russian family is actually hilarious.
My friend.
His new family's in the front row. That's funny. That was Police Academy Mission to Moscow. It's funny how 5 years kind of makes a difference because this movie had a different feel than the others. Felt like there was a little more time spent on the story and some of the gags. Smaller cast meant everyone had a little more to do. I was kind of hoping Christopher Lee would show up more, but the fact that Christopher Lee showed up in a Police Academy movie playing a Game Boy, that's alright. That concludes the Police Academy film series. So there was a Police Academy animated series that debuted in 1988 that ran for 1 year and 65 episodes. And then in 1997 there was a live-action hour-long series. I guess just maybe for the sake of being complete, I thought about maybe checking out the animated series or the live-action series. The live-action series is not easy to find anywhere. I don't think it ever got an official release or isn't available to stream anywhere. The animated series got a DVD set of about half of the episodes in 2012, I think, and it's been rebroadcast on MeTV Tunes, so it's a little easier to find. So, that in mind, I am going to be checking out the pilot episode of the Police Academy animated series. So I guess we're going to get into that right after this.
You know, in America, funerals are in English.
Okay, so we are watching the pilot episode of Police Academy, the animated series, The Good, the Bad, and the Bogus, which originally aired on September 10th, 1988.
Hooks, you ready?
It's not a bad-looking show.
You ready, Hot Tower?
Tack, Callahan, you in position?
Affirmative, Officer Mahoney.
Now!
Gotcha! This is a bust! Huh?
So, you're probably wondering, why is there a children's cartoon based on a series of films for adults, the first of which was R-rated? That was just how you did it in the 80s. If you had something that was supposed to be for adults but had kid appeal, you gave it a cartoon. Ghostbusters, give it a cartoon. Ran for a super long time with a pretty robust toy line. RoboCop, same thing. Rambo, same thing. Police Academy, same thing. That whole thing of turning, films for adults into children's cartoons, that continued into the 90s. It wasn't just an 80s thing. They did a Toxic Avenger cartoon. Then there was a Starship Troopers cartoon. There was another RoboCop cartoon. And another Ghostbusters cartoon.
And with all these weapons, it'll be a cinch to take them all.
Right. And if those meddling cops try to get in our way, we'll take care of them, too.
Police Academy will return after these messages.
I assume this was ripped off like a DVD, but it's kind of amazing the DVD has the commercial bumpers on it. Like I mentioned, the Police Academy animated series got a DVD release in 2012 with half of the 65 episodes, and it's been rebroadcast on MeTV Tunes. Unfortunately, we don't get MeTV Tunes in Canada, and I guess I could have tracked down the DVD, but fortunately it wasn't that difficult to find episodes of the cartoon. And if you're watching this and you feel like checking the show out, it's easy enough to find if you know where to look. Or should I say, if you know where to tube? YouTube? Episodes are on YouTube? Wink, wink.
Well, now, here's an unexpected surprise.
But I've been framed. I'm not a thief. I used to be a thief.
That's funny. So okay, I guess the characters' backstories are the same.
I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in a cell with Zed.
I'm gonna take a long nap.
House.
Yeah, I can see why this became a cartoon. The characters are all pretty broad, and if you kind of break them down to a single characteristic, they kind of work as a cartoon ensemble, you know?
Hiya, fellas. Let's get 'em.
Though justice may be blind, the shady ones will find. There's no way to hide.
I was not expecting like a Scooby-Doo song in the middle of the action scene. It's kind of incredible. So that was Police Academy, the series, Good, the Bad, and the Bogus, I think. It stays closer to the film and the characters than I would have expected from like a kid's cartoon from the 80s. I feel like if you're a big fan of the films and you haven't seen this, you should probably check it out. You'd get a real kick out of it. It's a little harder to find episodes of the live action show. Well, maybe I might check out the show down the line if I'm able to find episodes, but in the meantime, got through all 7 films. But yeah, that's Police Academy for you. Yeah, it was fun.
Police Academy will return after these messages.